You are meticulously spending your way into a financial prison, even as your income soars. The upper middle class isn't actually building wealth at the rate it should. It's caught in a relentless, invisible contest where the prize is merely perceived status, and the cost is genuine financial freedom. By the time this explanation concludes, you will understand precisely how the relentless pursuit of social validation through what economists term positional goods quietly siphons away tens of thousands of dollars from your potential annual savings, trapping you in a cycle that feels like progress but is actually erosion. Consider the 21st century landscape of aspiration. We're not talking about basic necessities here. We are dissecting the subtle yet incredibly powerful economic force exerted by what are known as positional goods. These aren't items valued for their intrinsic utility alone. Their true worth, or rather, their exorbitant price, is derived from their scarcity, their visibility, and their capacity to confer social status. Think about that brand new luxury SUV parked in your driveway, compared to a perfectly reliable 5-year-old mid-range sedan. Both get you to work, pick up the children, and carry groceries. But one costs an additional $70,000, sometimes even $100,000 more, purely for the badge, the perceived exclusivity, and the subtle nod it sends to your peers. This isn't about engineering or comfort, it's about signaling. The same mechanism applies to the postcode of your home. Two houses, structurally identical, perhaps just a few miles apart, yet one commands a premium of hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars, simply because it falls within the catchment area of a top-tier public school or an exclusive neighborhood. The value isn't purely in the brick and mortar, it's in the social capital and perceived opportunity tied to that address. Or perhaps the private school tuition itself, $40,000, $50,000, even $60,000 annually per child, an investment often justified as the best start in life. Yet how much of that is a genuine educational advantage versus a commitment to a particular social network and future perceived opportunities? This is the insidious nature of positional spending. These goods are inherently limited, and their value is relative to what others possess. If everyone could afford the luxury car, the exclusive address, the private education, these items would immediately lose their positional value. This creates a peculiar economic treadmill. As your income rises, so does your exposure to groups who also earn more. You begin to compare your lifestyle, your possessions, your children's opportunities against theirs. And suddenly, what was once considered a luxury now feels like a baseline. The pressure to keep up, to maintain your standing, to signal your continued success, becomes immense. A survey of high-income households in major metropolitan areas often reveals a startling truth. A significant portion, perhaps as much as 30 to 40% of their discretionary spending, isn't going towards genuine comfort or personal fulfillment, but towards these very positional goods. This isn't about choice in a vacuum. It's about choice within a socially constructed hierarchy. Are you starting to feel the weight of this invisible competition, recognizing moments where you've chosen a perceived signal over pure utility? If this mechanism is resonating, please take a moment to comment below with your thoughts and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement signals to the platform that these deeper analyses of wealth mechanics matter, helping more people understand the hidden currents shaping our financial lives and empowering us to continue decoding these intricate systems. Now, where does this leave you? You're making excellent money, you're often working long hours, and you're trying to do what's best for your family. But why does it feel like you're always just treading water, that the big savings targets remain just out of reach? This brings us to the core revelation. The true cost of positional goods isn't just the sticker price, it's the colossal opportunity cost, amplified by compounding, stolen directly from your future financial independence. Imagine an individual earning $250,000 annually. If 15% of their discretionary income is diverted to positional spending, that high-end car lease, the expensive vacations, the constant home upgrades designed to impress, that's $37,500 every single year. Sounds manageable, right? Just a slice of a large pie. But here's the brutal math. If that $37,500 had been invested instead, earning a conservative 8% return annually, what would that look like over 10, 15, or even 20 years? After just 10 years, you wouldn't have just $375,000 saved, you would have accumulated over $570,000. Over 15 years, that figure isn't $562,500, it crosses the $1 million mark, reaching approximately $1,080,000. And after 20 years, that same annual sum you'd have ballooned to over $1.7 million. $1.7 million. Gone. Not just spent, but completely erased from your future wealth. This isn't just money spent, it's an entire future financial cushion, an early retirement, a significant legacy for your children, or perhaps even the capital to start that business you've always dreamed of. It's the difference between financial freedom and a perpetual state of high-income servitude, where you must keep earning at that level just to maintain a lifestyle that everyone else expects you to have. This is the hedonic treadmill, combined with the social comparison trap. You buy something to feel good, you adapt to it, the novelty wears off, and then you see what your peers have, and the cycle begins anew. It's an endless, escalating arms race of visible consumption, where the finish line constantly recedes, and the only real winner is the market selling the positional goods. It's a game designed to keep you playing, and more importantly, to keep you paying. The psychological drive for status is so deeply ingrained, so often subconscious, that it overrides rational financial decision-making for even the most intelligent and successful among us. So, how do you break free from this silent wealth killer? You need to implement specific, actionable strategies that disrupt the cycle. First, conduct a rigorous, honest audit of your discretionary spending for the past year. Not just a glance, but a deep dive. Categorize every significant purchase and honestly ask yourself, was this primarily for utility, or was a substantial portion of its value derived from its status signal, from its ability to convey something about me to others? Be unflinching in your assessment of items like luxury vehicle leases, private club memberships, designer clothing, or even excessive home renovations that go far beyond functional upgrades. Identify the specific categories where positional spending is bleeding your balance sheet dry. You might be shocked at how much you're spending to project an image rather than build a foundation. Second, actively reallocate capital from positional consumption into non-positional, wealth-generating assets. This means taking those dollars you identify as status-driven and immediately channeling them into a diversified investment portfolio. Max out your tax-advantaged retirement accounts, consider broad market index funds, or explore alternative investments that offer genuine returns without the need for visible display. The key is to make this reallocation automatic. Set up recurring transfers. Treat these investments as non-negotiable fixed costs, just like your mortgage or rent. Only these fixed costs are building your future wealth, not eroding it. The goal is to make your money work for you, silently and powerfully, rather than working for the approval of others. And third, fundamentally redefine your personal metrics for success and happiness, away from visible consumption and towards genuine freedom and intrinsic fulfillment. This is perhaps the most challenging, yet most crucial step. Instead of measuring success by the car in your driveway or the brand on your watch, shift your focus to metrics like your current savings rate, your time freedom, the number of truly impactful experiences you create, or the depth of your personal relationships. This often requires a deliberate shift in your social circle or, at the very least, a conscious boundary setting. Cultivate gratitude for what you have that truly serves you, rather than constantly craving what others are displaying. Understand that the truest markers of wealth are often invisible. The compound interest working quietly in your accounts, the freedom of optionality, the security of a robust financial foundation. You no longer see that new luxury car, that exclusive address, or that designer item the same way. You now understand it not as a marker of success, but as a potential tether to a system designed to keep you running, consuming, and perpetually chasing. You see the invisible hand of status competition actively picking your pocket. What is one positional good you now recognize you've prioritized over genuine wealth? Let me know in the comments, and like this video as a practical bookmark so you can easily revisit these insights the next time you feel the compelling pull of conspicuous consumption. The mechanics of modern capital are often hidden in plain sight, engineered into our very aspirations. We will continue to pull back the curtain on these systems, revealing the forces that quietly shape our financial destinies. Subscribe to ensure you don't miss the next critical investigation into how money, markets, and psychology truly operate.